And Jalen Rager is not that dude, bro. He is terrible. He is straight garbage.
He is terrible. I
Man,
agree.
yeah, man.
That
Passed
boy,
up on
that boy
Justin
was
Jefferson too.
smoking crack. Money on the line. You chose to pass the ball to Jalen Rager over
Exactly.
Devonta Smith. That's
But
crazy.
that
Exactly.
wasn't. Wait. Let's not. All right, y'all gonna get me mad as hell, like for real.
No, because this is
No,
what I
no.
say. This is what I say. The game
Cause
is
that
all
was the
about building a
play.
relationship with a
That
key
was the
receiver.
play, though. That was
No,
the
I don't care
play.
about it being a play. You better find your
Oh
bread and butter.
my
Jalen
God.
Hurts' only 300-yard game at Alabama was at the hands of throwing Devonta Smith screens and slants. You get him
Son.
on your team, you better find that boy. You know what he can
Yeah,
do.
but it's not the same. Jalen
It
Hurts had the
is.
juice in college. Jalen Hurts is a couple bad games away from getting benched or
Did
traded.
you
No, but it
watch
don't
that
matter. If you
play
got a
that they're
dude that's
talking
wide
about?
open, though, but if you got a dude that's wide open, bro, like my mama can
Bro,
hit some of them wide
but
open
did you
passes,
see the
dog.
play that's happened? The first read is supposed to be Jalen Rieger. And what had happened was Jalen Hurts is looking Jalen Rieger's way, and then he had pressure from the outside about to sack him. So he didn't even have an opportunity to look at Davante Smith because the first read was Jalen Rieger. He's following what the coach is telling him, bro.
And
Yes,
what made me
sir,
mad,
fellas.
if Auburn would have played like that all year, they'd be 11-1 right now.
Bama, you will stay being the college fanatic.
But
Bama, man. Just to let you guys know, we did start the
Baltimore,
stream. For you
listen to
guys
Baltimore.
joining us right now, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys for being here, man. This is going to be our first episode on our own YouTube channel on Players Choice Gridiron. So definitely go, if you guys watching on Twitch, anything, show us some love tomorrow. We're definitely going to post a video tomorrow. Definitely show some love, like and subscribe, man. Appreciate you guys for joining in, man. You guys watching on YouTube, thank you guys for tuning in and liking our content, man. But we're gonna get started, bro. How's everyone feeling today?
We
I'm
live,
good.
Yeah.
we live,
Let's do
baby.
this.
Fire, fire. Just to
Good,
let you
man.
guys know,
Get it.
sadly, Gatekeeper slash LeBron couldn't join us today, but we got G Savage over here. G Savage, say what's up.
It's Dark Savage. That's the PSN. It's Dark Savage. Remember?
Oh, Dark Savage. My
Yeah,
apologies.
right.
Dark Savage over here, man. It's a good show, man. Good sports mind in general, man. And we gonna get things started, man. Uh, so last week we had a lot of picks. 4 picks for the games. We had the Giants versus Eagles. We had the Steelers versus Bengals. We had the what else did we have? Rams versus Packers. And what was the last one? Miami versus Carolina.
Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah.
So I don't remember everybody specifically, but
I got them all right.
you got them all. You got them all right, really, because I know you said Carolina, and I checked the tape. I checked the tape, and I remembered you specifically. Specifically, I checked the tape.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so we're gonna recap those games real quick. We'll start off with the Giants versus the Eagles, man. Who here said that the Giants was gonna win? Bama?
Oh no. Did
Mhm.
you have the Giants, Bama?
Bama had the
Yeah.
Giants. Bama had the Giants. I wanted to go with the Giants, but I'm not repping against my own team, so I had to stick with the Eagles. But the Giants was the place to go. The second game, man, we're gonna go. Who was it? Carolina versus the Panthers, man.
Carolina versus the
Carolina versus the
Panthers.
Dolphins.
Oh,
Versus your
Carolina
Dolphins.
versus
Inter,
Hey,
Miami.
talk right, man.
Inter-team
Talk.
scrimmage.
Hey,
How much tequila have you had?
A little.
That's game
Oh,
three.
you know what?
That's game three.
We're
Save that.
we're gonna no, we're just gonna jump into that right next one. As you guys know, we had a bet going along. Me and Fluent, the Packers versus the Green Bay Packers versus the Los Angeles Rams. And I told Fluent, I said, bro, you're gonna take 3 shots of tequila, man, because the Rams was gonna win. Obviously, the Rams did not win, and I'm not gonna lie to you fellas, man, I'm a little bit tipsy.
That's tough.
You bet against Aaron Rodgers?
That's what I'm
You better get there. Man, the Rams have a worse record in November than the Lions.
They're 0-3. Like
Bro,
it's pitiful.
I believed in Matthew Stafford. I believed in the Rams. I just really like the Rams makeup and the fact that they lost 2 in a row and they're coming off a bye week. I was like, there's no way in hell the Rams are gonna lose. Like no way in hell. And
I'm gonna give him a scapegoat. Odell the problem. already.
Come on, don't do that. That's disrespectful.
Matthew Stafford's a problem.
What?
That's Stafford, yeah.
Stafford is who he is, man.
Stafford is.
They just lost to a better team, man. Matthew Stafford went finna beat
Like
no
I
Aaron
don't. Okay,
Rodgers
so the
no
Packers game, I don't blame
shootout.
for that though.
Yeah.
Like that's a good team. The
Yeah.
other two, they shaky. It was a little bit shaky.
Jerry Rice and Joe Montana-esque over there. Like, you know who Jerry Rice hit him with that. Hey, come on, man. That was a dime too. Like,
Yeah.
man, that was just so crazy, man. That boy Aaron Rodgers was really showing out.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is a demon because I don't like Aaron Rodgers because he got me
With the
feeling
COVID
myself a little
toe. My
bit.
boy said he had the COVID toe. Come on,
Dub,
now.
you
Y'all
said you
boys
don't like
sound
Aaron
crazy.
Rodgers.
Yeah, because as of right now, because shoot, look at how he got me.
Oh.
That's your fault. Why you bet against him?
I'll always.
I'm
bet
a Bears fan. You know, if you took the Packers, I would have taken the Rams just to be opposite.
Bro. I just don't like Aaron Rodgers
Didn't
right
I
now.
go on a 5-minute rant last week and break down for you why Aaron Rodgers sucks?
You did, and that's what you had me really going with that. You had me really, believing
Had you
in that.
convinced?
You had me convinced, bro, and I really thought Aaron Rodgers was done for.
Can't bet
but-
against Ron, man.
Not in the
Can't
regular
do it.
season. Not
And they going to the Super Bowl.
not until the
man.
NFC.
Exactly.
Not until
They
no.
going to the bowl, man.
No.
Exactly.
No.
Go
Trying
ahead,
to
meet
tell
us
these
at the
people,
bowl,
man.
man.
Man, we trying to
finna-
tell these people, bro.
Hey,
Not
the
until the
gusto.
NFC.
He
You
finna
can
holler
trust.
all that.
You can
What he
trust
talking about? That boy
Rodgers.
finna win the gusto.
Wait,
When I
wait,
saw
wait.
that mustache,
You can
and that
only
long
trust-
hair, it's a
You can
wrap.
only trust
Mhm.
Rodgers till the NFC
Gusto.
Championship game, and then he's done.
Gusto. The boy got the long hair and the mustache.
Let me
Gusto.
ask you a question. You bet. So, okay, I get I just said don't bet against A-Rod, but you going to bet against Tom Brady in the playoffs? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Then I just tell you Aaron Rodgers going to the Super Bowl. So what that mean?
It means that you've been drinking some of Dub's tequila.
Yeah, you sure you ain't passed that through the
What?
camera?
Hey man, it's all right, bro. In order to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And guess what? I think that boy Aaron Rodgers is a bad one.
Bad.
Oh, every time he makes it
bad
to the
one.
playoffs and he gets to the NFC Championship, he folds every time.
Hey,
That's
he
probably the
just-
worst game he plays all
He
season.
just had bad matchups along the way. He played the Legion of Boom a few times, bro. That was an excellent defense. They had solid D-line,
Yes, sir.
linebackers, and secondary.
Yes,
I
sir.
just want to know how many times
Now,
I'm gonna
right
give Aaron
now,
Rodgers an excuse.
with them, I'm just talking about. I always say
You
this.
got to completely
NFL is nothing
try
but matchups. So if we're gonna match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that means that you think that a secondary that has had 7 DB transactions throughout the whole season, which leads the NFL, that means you think that a bruised and battered secondary is gonna stop Aaron Rodgers. He just showed you what he do with Jalen Ramsey and Von Miller when y'all just said, "Oh, that's gonna make a difference." Man, he almost hung 50 on them if you would have kept his foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, but the difference between the Rams and the Bucks is one of them has Matthew Stafford and one of them has Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a field general for the offense and the defense. Because people don't understand, like me playing defense, people don't understand that the more your defense is out on the field, they're bound to get scored on. So Tom Brady has good game control throughout the game. That's why people don't realize why their defense looks so good. It's not because there's some top tier defense, it's because he has good game control. He puts them in good spots.
That's false. They're a good defense.
That's 100% accurate. 100%.
That's 100%. That's
That was the best.
100%
That was the best
false.
thing I've heard on this show since week 1
That's false.
from
Like you
someone other
cannot,
than me.
you cannot say that because look at what the Patriots over there doing right now with their defense. That was the same defense Tom Brady had of years, and they still over there showing out, causing turnovers and everything. So is that because of Tom Brady? No, that's not. That's because he played with good defense. If you go to last year, all their DBs were healthy. They went to the Super Bowl with a healthy flock of DBs. Now the DBs aren't healthy. You cannot just sit there and say, "Oh, it's because of Tom Brady," and he does sit there and have
No,
great
what
defense.
he said,
No, you're
Bama, what he
you're-
said, Bama, was because Tom Brady will keep his
controls
offense
the
out on
game.
the floor
Right.
for long
Correct.
drives. It
Correct.
allows the defense to rest, and a rested defense is a better defense. Whereas teams, listen, it's a problem with Kansas City as an example. They score quick, and now their defense is out there so much they don't have time to take a breath, get rested. And when you're tired, and if you've ever played defense, you know when you're tired, you're gonna get beat. So you need teams to control the clock. And Brady has an offense. I understand what you said about the DBs, but Brady has an offense that one can score with anybody or can control the ball and keep the ball out of the other player's hands.
But that's a lot
Just
harder to do when your DB is at the bottom of the list, because you could talk about Kansas City, even with all the struggles, they still had a 15th overall ranked defense. So they were somewhere near middle of the pack. That give or take of them being on the field, that will probably put them in top 10, maybe even top 5. So now you see how really good of a defense they really have if you take off those X amount of extra possessions they on the field. Whereas if you talk about the Buccaneers, they were somewhere near middle of the pack, maybe somewhere up in there. They're at the bottom. There's no way you
Are you
can
saying
save
before
them.
injuries or after injuries?
Yeah, after injuries, they're horrible. They bad. They're like 28th. They're bad. They're
Okay.
horrible.
Yeah, no, that I agree with, because they lost a
So
lot of key players.
I understand that. So now, if you want to talk about that, maybe he keeps them somewhere competent, bro. But you're talking about a playoff game where everything is condensed in all phases of football, offense, defense, special teams is all focused on. You ain't gonna be able to hide that horrible defense in the playoff game, especially for somebody like Aaron Rodgers and the relationship he's growing right now with Devonta Adams. This is looking crazy right now. So I just like the matchup is up for Aaron Rodgers. This is Aaron Rodgers' most favorable matchup to win a Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying.
Now, this is why I disagree, though, because if you look at it as, okay, if you look at the Green Bay Packers defense and the Buccaneers defense, who defense you taking?
Packers right now. Packers
Right now, you taking the Packers. Now we're talking about play
right now. I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, right now.
Playoffs.
Okay. And then now we get to the playoffs. Now you talk about playoff Tom Brady against playoff Aaron Rodgers. You look at the Green Bay offense and you look at the Buccaneers offense. Which one are you taking?
Green Bay, because they run first. They lean on the run. They rely on the run. So that's one thing that travels well in the playoffs is the run game. And the Buccaneers can do it too, because Brady is who he is. He's a student of the game, master of the game. I ain't gonna say
let me ask you a question. When you look at the Packers offense, specifically in the playoffs, what is the biggest key? And we've talked about this before, to the Packers getting off and Aaron Rodgers being successful. What other aspect are there running the ball? Run the run game. What does Tampa Bay do better than most teams on defense?
Stop the run.
Stop the run. So now you're taking their best attribute that sets up Aaron Rodgers and what he does best, which is play action. You're taking that out of the equation. So yes, I agree with you. The DBs are going to be an issue, but if they can't run the ball and they're forced to throw the ball, now you know that he's throwing the ball, he's going to have a tough time. And it's been proven matchups, as you said, in the playoffs, when he gets pressured and doesn't have a run game, he doesn't win. He does not win. The only NFC championship game he won, just remember, that's because BJ Rozzi had a pick 6 on friggin' Caleb Haney of the Bears. That's the only reason he won the one that he won. And it happened to be the first one he was in. And he hasn't won one since.
All I got to say, Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon is a lot different than Ryan Grant and James Stark.
And that's all
I got to say.
I agree with that.
Ben, what's your thoughts, Ben?
The thing is, though, the Bucs defense is inconsistent. It's like inconsistent. So how are they gonna stop Aaron Rodgers and them boys?
Okay, they don't have to. That's the point, though. Who's the number 1 rushing defense in the league? Number 1, not number 15, not number 27. Number 1.
But you still got to worry about
who is.
Adams.
You're not answering the question. Who's the number 1 run defense in the league? the Bucs. Yeah, you can say it. Yeah. You can say it.
Ben, don't let him get you skunked like that, Ben. Come on.
And then Ben, you better not name any other wide receiver than Adams, because ain't none of them else gonna give.
Yeah, I got nobody else.
The Bucs an issue.
Lazard not that dude.
Oh, come on. You know he gonna get.
Lazard not that dude.
No.
Nah.
I'm sorry. If I'm lining up, if I'm the Buccaneers and I'm the defensive coordinator, I am not worried about him. I'm sorry.
Man, they ain't got no speed.
I am doubling Adams the whole game, and I'm putting 8 dudes in the box. That's how I'm coming.
Scam go beat you over top. I'm trying to tell you that.
So listen.
I'm trying to tell you, it's planned out, because everybody gonna come back by the playoff time. Everybody doubt Brady throughout the regular season because he always does good but not great at this point in his career. And then the playoff comes, he starts.
That man gotta have defense, man. Like I said, when it boiled down to them shootouts and stuff, I mean, he rarely win those. He win them all them Super Bowls. He win like by field.
What's the last time? What's the last time Aaron Rodgers won a shootout in the playoffs?
Nah, I ain't worried about Aaron Rodgers. I ain't worried about Aaron Rodgers winning no Super Bowl in the playoffs. All I'm just saying is Brady had way better defenses than Aaron Rodgers, and way better coaching staff. So right now,
And he
the
still
stars
does.
are and the right
And
now the
he's
stars align. I don't know. I don't
Brady
know.
still has a better overall defense and better coaching
I
and
don't think he got a better overall
better
defense.
and a better offense.
I don't think he got a better
Like
overall defense.
on paper, the Bucks got a better team, 100%.
Tripping.
All right, let's move on to our next topic. The last game that we'll talk about is the Bengals versus Steelers, and as we all seen, the Steelers got completely annihilated,
Man,
I don't even
annihilated.
want to talk about my team, man.
And
That's
yeah, that's Dark Savage team right here. So you can have the floor. The second question pertaining to this topic is it time that we looking at Big Ben differently?
why is that even a question? It's been time.
Two
The
two
time
years
was
ago.
like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been time. I don't know why they didn't draft a quarterback a year or two ago. I gave it. They still try to give him his hope because he had the little injury or whatever. But it's been his time. He's checked out. Like I said, I've given up on him like a year or two ago. I know we're in the rebuilding phase at this point.
Hmm.
I will give the Roonies credit for this. In the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have had 3 head coaches, right? So they are nothing if not loyal. So I get it why they're also being loyal to their guy. But you need to know when it's time, right? They knew when it was time, and it was like, okay, let's bring Bill Cowher in. Then they knew it was like, oh, it's time. Let's bring in Mike Tomlin. It's time to bring in a new quarterback. It's overdue. And again, I respect their loyalty because there's no team like that in the NFL. It's time. It's time for Ben to move on.
Ben?
it's been time like 2 3 years ago. It's been time. I don't know why he ain't just retired, bro. I
Gosh.
don't get it.
Fluent, you heard that? You heard that little cough?
Yeah.
Yeah, just know it went down. Bama, what you got?
No, I would
He's
have
still
said it was
drinking.
over. It was over since that motorcycle accident. And no means yes in Big Ben's world. That's all I'm gonna say. No means yes to him. I would have got rid of him when he ran off AB and Le'Veon Bell.
That's what I was gonna ask you. That well, since you're a Steelers fan, that's what I was gonna. Did that like I've been hearing that a lot that Ben ran off AB and Le'Veon.
So
You
I
think
agree.
that's true
I
as a
agree
Steelers
with.
fan?
I agree with one of them. AB, I think he ran off. Le'Veon Bell, I think his was more of ego, and he started to get a little too ahead of himself. He had that one really good year, and he was like, "I'm that guy. I want the most money," and it started to get a little bit to his head. And then once they was like, we're not about to give you all the money you think you about to get," because running backs they don't value them as much as quarterbacks. So AB, yes, I think he ran AB off, but Le'Veon, I think that was more of like an ego and money situation, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, you got that's you're right, Bama. That was the time.
So,
Get him up out of there.
shout out to the chat. You guys are hilarious. If you guys are new to Player's Choice, I really don't be paying attention to the chat like that, but I think I might have to because today I literally have to. And Will Peter, Ben Roethlisberger is ass. I'm sorry. Other guy, who else? He's also saying he is not like that. And then Orlando Rich Forever is just following up, and you guys are hilarious. So now we're gonna move on to our new games to pick. Um, the first game we got is the Chargers versus the Bengals. Who you guys got for that? Ben, I'll start out with you.
I'm going with the Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals. Chargers. I don't know what's up with them. They were like 5-0, something like that. Something's up with them Chargers. I don't know what it is, but I'm going with the Bengals.
Where? Bama?
Yeah, I'm going with the Bengals too. I just think, Justin Herbert, he need it. You know what I'm saying? He came from Oregon. He wasn't that good over there. Defense is starting to figure out he was who he thought he was. But hey, man, we'll hey, if he pulls it around, make a believe out of me. That's all I'm gonna say. But I saw this coming, man. So I'm
We're
going with the Bengals.
we're gonna come back to that later on. Fluent, what you got?
I'm going with the Bengals too, and it's interesting. I was worried about the Chargers when you change in when a rookie quarterback comes in and has success, and then you change the coaching staff, change the system. Like I would have thought actually they would have slumped early and then figured it out. So it's really weird that they did the opposite.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm going with the Bengals. Chargers are heading in the wrong direction.
Got you, got you. G Savage? I mean Dark Savage. Sorry about that.
uh, damn, I don't want to be like everybody else, but like it just I gotta go with the Bengals. Like I can't go against my boy Joe Burrows. He been balling since he been in the league. Besides that injury, like I think he been doing what
Facts.
it do. And Justin is like he's a good quarterback, but like I think we were talking about it earlier. He's just like my Philip Rivers. He will never peak. He will just always be good enough where he got the stats. He gets the the good record or a decent record throughout the regular season, and then that's it. Like there's no top for him. Like he's just here.
Orlando Rich Forever said,
I
"Can y'all
like that.
answer this question? Who's better, Baker Mayfield or Justin Herbert?" And
Oh, come on, it's
I think
Herbert.
we're all
Easy.
gonna
Herbert.
agree
No.
That's
Oh my
Herbert.
Herbert.
Hold
God.
on.
That's
Let me answer it the way I answer this question every
Oh
time.
Lord. Oh Lord.
Baker Mayfield is the worst quarterback in the NFL.
Hell
Period.
yeah. Hell yeah. That boy Uncle Rico. Go watch
God.
Napoleon Dynamite. That boy Uncle Rico.
I don't know. I like Baker, to
All
be
right,
honest.
we're gonna get into
All right,
that.
yeah.
We're gonna get
Well,
into
I
hey,
that
got
what's
later.
somebody on my
hey,
side.
he gotta be drinking that what's that tequila fluid?
Grand Leander.
Yeah,
The
Grand Leander.
100% all organic.
All organic. That's what you gotta be drinking right now. That boy
I'm
said
gonna
Baker's
pick. I'm gonna
good.
be different from everybody else. I'm gonna pick the Chargers due to the Bengals' inconsistency. Like I said, there's some games where they play high to their level, some games where they play low to their level. So
So
maybe
then
this will
what?
be
Okay.
one of their games.
So then what do you consider the Chargers? If you're saying the Bengals are inconsistent, what are the Chargers then?
Chargers are along the same line as well. I just
Okay.
believe that the Chargers, like in the position that they're in, I think they have more of a drive to be better than what they've been showing for the past weeks because they were in that driver's seat and now it's like they're letting that chance slip away. I think they're gonna snap back into it this week. That's just my personal opinion. The next game we're gonna get into is the Giants versus the Dolphins. I think we're all gonna. I think this is gonna be unanimous. What you guys think? Bama, I'm gonna start off with you. You've been rolling with your boy, your
Hey.
cousin for this long, bro. You gonna change up on him
And
now?
I ain't getting off. Like I said, these boys finna finish 10-7, man. Don't get me hyped up in the chat. Like I said, these boys gonna finish 10-7. Tua finna show what time it is. He gonna probably get traded to Washington because they finished Deshaun Watson and use him as trade bait. But like I said, dog, my cousin back, man. Stop trying him. He not injury prone. He not soft. He the man, bro. That boy is Samoan. If you know anything about them island folk out there in Hawaii, man, them tough people, man. Don't disrespect Tua like that, man. He a dog, man, for real. He broke his hip. Injury that ended Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was a superhero, and he couldn't play with a hip injury. So Tua just got back from that, and he didn't even rest a full year. He was back playing football in 9 months in the NFL, man. My dude just starting to heal, man. Give my boy time, bro. That's Bruce Leroy right there, man. For real, the last dragon, bro. For real. You come from Alabama, it's a story behind you, man. For real, stand up for Tua, man. That's my boy. So I'm riding with the Dolphins. You know I'm riding with the Dolphins the
Got
whole
you.
season.
Got you. Ben, what you got?
I got the Dolphins, man. No question. No question about it.
Mm.
Got the Dolphins.
Oh, my bad, Orion. My bad. I thought it was Orlando. My bad. As you kind of missed the first episode, I'm a little bit woozy right now, so I apologize. Fluent, what you got?
Thought we were supposed to pick good games.
Oh,
No, we're
disrespectful.
picking close games. I thought this would be a
Disrespectful.
close one. No?
It's the Dolphins and the Giants. Who cares?
Uh, so
Okay,
which
so you
game?
know what?
Which
So
game is
okay,
in your mind then?
I'll go with the Giants because Tua sucks.
Oh,
He better than Dalton and Fields.
Dark Savage, what you got?
Damn. The Giants just got rid of Jason Garrett, I believe, right?
Hmm.
They fired his ass. He had to get up out of there.
mm-hmm. True,
Tell
true,
the
true, true,
clock
true,
out.
I don't like Daniel Jones because he just like his decision making is terrible. But I also don't like the system that Two was in because that's terrible. But I will say this: the game really, like Fluent said, the game is going to be trash regardless. But I go with the Giants with the upset. It's going to be an ugly one, but they're going to pull out the upset.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right, so the next one we got is the 49ers versus the Seahawks.
Don't
That
even get
th-
me started on
I
this.
think that's a good one as well.
No, it is.
I disagree. The
Why?
Seahawks season is done. They're trash.
I think
It's gonna be a good game though. It's a
They're
division
trash.
game.
They're trash.
It's a division game.
For real, I know hurt. Say it,
Division
don't say you
game.
gonna hurt though.
Once
Red,
Russell got hurt, it was over. The season was over.
Exactly.
Everybody knew once
Yeah, I
Russell got
Exactly.
know.
hurt, it was over.
It's trash.
I'm sorry, it's time for Pete Carroll to go and Russell Wilson about to get traded.
We're gonna get back. We're gonna
Russell
get.
Wilson should have gone to Chicago in the offseason when he had the chance.
ew.
We need somebody.
Yo. So is everybody picking San Francisco for this one?
No, I'm
No.
picking.
They
I'm picking
should. They
Seattle.
should if they want to win.
No. You want to know what? I might make
Crazy.
y'all change your mind. No Debo, Fred Warner out too.
Yeah,
Seahawks
yeah.
winning.
We got Garoppolo
Seahawks
behind the
winning.
quarter-
And we're
behind
home,
the-
I think.
Okay. So two Seattle, Dark Savage and Fluent. You guys are going San Francisco.
Yes.
I'm a,
100%.
I'm gonna go with Seattle. Y'all know how I feel about divisional games, and divisional games is where upsets happen. I said that the Giants may win last week because it's a divisional game, and look what happened. I'm gonna stick with Seattle. Um, so the last game we're gonna get into, the Patriots versus the Bills.
Mm.
And shout out to Mo Jangles. Oh wait, thank you for saying that. He says the Bills versus Patriots and Chargers versus Bengals is the only good games next week, and he's 100% right. Those are the only two games I thought
It's
was
the only two
even.
games we should be picking.
All right, well, what you got for this one, Fluent? Patriots or Bills?
Oh, it's Patriots. Patriots.
Hmm.
You know how I feel about the Patriots. It's the Patriots.
Dark Savage.
I gotta go with the Patriots. I'm sorry. I've been a fan of Mac Jones since college, even though he's more of your traditional quarterback with just, in the pocket, just reading the defense from first, second, third level, whatever case may be. But definitely Patriots. That defense is disgusting.
Bama.
I'm going Patriots because this is how Tua is gonna sneak in the playoffs as a wild card.
I'm
Um,
mad.
If the Dolphins make the playoffs, I'll bring out those shots of
If the
tequila.
Dolphins make the playoffs, I'll take 3 shots of Henny.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll, that,
Ew.
we'll,
Yeah, I
we'll
want
have
that.
one of those shows. Okay.
Yeah.
Ben.
Yeah, for me, I think the Patriots defense can stop the Bills offense with Josh Allen and the boys. So I'm going with the Patriots.
I'm gonna go with Bama. I'm gonna stay with the Bills. I just,
Oh, I
Bama
pick
picked the
Patriots.
pace.
Oh, you
I
picked
pick
the
the
Patriots?
Pats.
Yeah, we
Yeah, the
all picked
Patriots
the
got. Yeah, the
oh, my
Patriots
bad.
got to win
Clean
so
sweep.
Tua can make the
I'm gonna
playoffs.
be
Are
the
you the
lone
lone? Are
wolf.
you the lone wolf,
I'm gonna
Dub?
be the lone wolf. I'm gonna stick with the Bills, man. I don't know why. It's just something about me. I just don't want to let go of the Bills being the number one in the and what's the division?
They win in the AFC East.
AFC
Pats, I
East,
told
right?
you, Pats are taking it.
Hey,
Nah, the
I'm
Pats
not
number
letting
one
go
right
of it.
now in the division.
Pats
Yeah.
are number one, but
Yeah.
if the Bills win, right? The Bills will be number one, correct?
They split. They'll split 1-1 because the Pats already beat them once.
Yeah.
They'll split. Okay. Cool. So nah, I still got the Bills winning. Alright, so now we're gonna transition into topic number two. The Cowboys lose to the Raiders on Thanksgiving, and that's just
That day in
nasty.
general was just pitiful.
They were who we thought they were. They always do this. They always do this. They always do this. And guess what? McCarthy got a COVID again too. So this is what happened with the Cowboys. They start out on fire. Then they know two fans. They snaggle two fans come screaming, Super Bowl, screaming Super Bowl. And then what happened? Dak could get hurt or Zeke could get hurt. And that's what they're going to hang on the whole season. Well, if we was 100%, man, we would have made the Super Bowl. And that's going to be the narrative leading into the next season. And it's what's happened the past 25 years of their existence. So it's what's going to happen now. Like I said, 89 or 9-8.
Nah, that's what my problem with the Cowboys is. Like, the hype behind Diggs is just like, don't get me wrong, Diggs.
Thank you.
I think look. Don't
Me
wait before y'all get started. Diggs is a good player. I don't think he's a good corner. If they put Diggs, if they had another good corner and they put Diggs at safety, he would thrive. He got no hips. But like moving just lateral, like left to right or back and forward, he'll thrive. So if they actually got another good corner and put him at safety, free safety, or strong safety, I think they would have a better defense, in all honesty.
What can go wrong will go wrong. So man, them Cowboys, they ain't going nowhere. They just not going nowhere. But in this game though, they didn't have Amari Cooper nor CD. I mean, when healthy, they probably would have beaten them. But hey, it is what it is.
They would have lost the same way. Probably
Fluent.
worse.
Nah, you
You
know who gotta
know,
go. In all honesty, Zeke. I think it's his time. They gotta move on from him.
For trade him.
no, that's the exact opposite of the correct answer. So here's the thing: when Zeke rushes for 100 yards, the Cowboys are 26-4.
Okay.
26-4.
Okay.
When Dak throws for 45 or more, they lose. So why are they having him throw 47 times when you know your key to success is running the ball?
Hmm.
And they didn't run. Now, Zeke is a little bit, you're right, he's on that decline. I agree with you. However, they have Tony Pollard. So if
True.
you run the ball with those two guys, don't so many teams get away from what works, which drives me nuts because my team, the Bears, do it all the time too.
Yeah.
Run the damn ball because then you win. When Dallas runs the ball, they win. Yet they don't. They want Dak to throw it 47 times. That's crazy. So
That,
what does that come down to? Bad coaching. And I
that's
said it, and I'm going to say it again. He was a bad coach in Green Bay, and it was a horrible hire for the Cowboys. And now you're seeing it.
that's the Patrick Mahomes effect. To be honest, teams are just like, I'm not gonna lie, he messed the NFL up for probably like the next decade or so because now everybody wants to
and
throw
that's
the
and
ball.
that's and that's dumb. My brother Dev said it the best, dog. Intelligent dude, man. He said when you go chasing unicorns, dog, that's bad. It's bad for everybody. You got a exception to the rules, which is Patrick Mahomes, bro. You can't go putting that off on your Zach Wilsons or
Yeah,
Dak Prescott. You can't go
exactly.
putting it off on all these other quarterbacks. Yes, they might have some of the abilities or some of the traits Patrick Mahomes has, but they don't have what Patrick Mahomes have to where he can throw the ball 50 times a game, dog, and win these shootouts. The other quarterbacks don't have it. Patrick Mahomes came up in Texas Tech. They came from running the air raid offense. He's been groomed his whole life through playing baseball, throwing numerous amount of pitches, all of that. So his whole life has been groomed around throwing them passes all over the place. You can't put it off on all of these guys. They don't come from that same situation. So
But even him, even Mahomes, look at even Mahomes. When is he at his best?
with a run game,
When there's a run game. Look at
Kareem
all the
Hunt,
great
yeah.
quarterbacks. When you look at, I don't care if it's Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, they're all better when they can run the ball a little bit. Come on. I know it's a debate, but in that Super Bowl that Kansas City won, Damian Williams was the MVP. Come
Yeah,
on. Come on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it helps to have a run game. So the fact that people think you can throw it 50 times consistently and win is stupid. And these are NFL head coaches. They should know better.
it's all about ratings.
Um, shout out. I'm sorry, something just happened to me. Shout out to Big Rob. Patriots and Bills first game of the season is this week. I don't know
Oh
who said
yeah.
it, but somebody said that the Patriots beat the Bills. I don't know who said it, but
I
that
don't
was
know which
false.
way he is, Bama. He's right
It
there
don't
on
matter.
it.
All I know is Tua beat the
Wait.
Patriots. So like I said, if the Patriots win, Tua finna get up in that playoffs, dog. So that's all y'all need to know. I don't care about nothing else. That's
uh,
my cousin.
Why would you want him to get into the playoffs when he's not ready to get blown out so that people can say
No,
he's a
he's
choke
not finna
artist?
get. He's
You don't
not
want to
finna
do
get
that. You
blown
don't
out,
want to do
bro.
that to
Like
him.
y'all don't know his greatness, man. I'm trying to help him show y'all, man.
If he makes the
that
playoffs, he might be playing the Patriots in the first round. He's getting
man,
blown out.
he's not getting blown out. He didn't get blown out the first time he beat him.
Look, it ain't to a fault, but like once again, it's the system he's in. Like
No, he just don't
good,
have no run game or no true number one
but
receiver.
that's what I'm saying.
There
It's
you
the
go.
system. The system he's in is just he got wide receivers because you got Waddle and I'm pretty sure they still have Fuller.
Waddle not no number
Fuller-
one, and Fuller ain't played
Yeah,
yet. And
Fuller's been hurt the whole
Preston
year.
Williams came back one game and dog he got hurt after Tua threw a jump ball to him and he fell wrong. I was like, bro, po Tua, bro. Like
That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know what it's just so
I don't even know why he's playing. If I was them,
That's
if
okay.
they,
Tua's going to look good with the Red Tails next year, or the
I
Red
think so.
Wolves, or whatever they're called.
Terry
Yeah,
McLaurin,
McLaurin,
Samuel
Gibson.
Gibson,
Yeah, he's going to look good with them
you
next year.
know,
I'm telling you.
feel bad for
Yeah, he
Logan
would.
Thomas.
He would.
they got to take the chop blocks out of the NFL. Tell them that you could really hurt somebody like that. Like Chase Young tearing his ACL or MCL, one or two.
Well, he didn't tear it on the chop block. He just tore. He was just rushing and then just gave out on him. It was just an unfortunate accident. Yeah, he just pushed off the ball and he failed. He didn't even get chopped.
He got
You know what? Since you're calling up people in the chat, Dub, I'm gonna call out J Rock, who's like, They just trying to justify Dak's 75 million. That's why they're throwing the ball so much. You might be right.
I mean, that is
Oh, I
true.
missed
That
that.
is
Sorry,
true.
my
Yeah.
bad, J-Rack. Ben, did you give your input about the Cowboys and Raiders?
Yeah, I
All right,
did.
perfect, perfect. We're
Yeah.
gonna get into our next topic. The Chargers lose to the Browns, and I know I didn't say this on the doc, but how do you guys feel about the Chargers and their future with their quarterback?
What with Justin?
Oh,
Yes.
they're good.
I
They,
think
they're
they
good.
solid. It's just like I said, the problem with the Chargers, they don't know how to finish games. So you know how some teams they start off slow in the first, second quarter, third, and fourth quarter, they come out strong. They're the exact opposite. They come out blazing hot first and second quarter. The second half comes, they fall asleep. They're gone. Sometimes they forget they're playing a national football game. Like it's crazy.
If you can name me one successful quarterback that has had coaching, OC, and QB coach transitions often early on in their career that ended up being successful, I'll take a shot at tequila because there isn't one. And people underestimate how important the head coach, the OC, any one of these, it doesn't have to be all three, but the head coach, the OC, or the quarterback coach is to the development of a young quarterback. So will the Chargers and Herbert be okay? Yeah, if they keep some kind of consistency for him. But if they keep changing people, right? I get it, it's only year two. But if they keep changing those people around, then they're in trouble. If they find, some type of grouping of people that works, then they'll be fine. He's talented enough, they'll be fine. And they got the weapons still, they'll be fine.
Yeah, because on paper, by like just namesake, they got a good squad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
They got a really good squad on
they
paper.
should be better. They should have been. We should be talking about them as represent like in the NFC Championship game. That's how talented they are.
But
They're just
but
not
who
playing that
but
way.
who you gonna talk about? But who you gonna talk about, Fluent? Let me
You
know
would
who
if
you gonna
Tua
talk
was the
about.
quarterback over there, but you brought up a good point. The Chargers is who we thought they was. That's funny that you brought up Phillip Rivers, man, and that's who Justin Herbert is, man. He gonna put up the numbers. He gonna look good. It's gonna look nice. They're gonna make the playoffs here, there, sometimes, and then it's gonna be every other time. So, like, bro, why they not? Why they not winning? You look at the numbers, all of that, bro. That's just
But and
Just
this is where I agree with Fluent. If like prime example, even Philip Rivers, if he would have went to Bill Belichick or
who?
like a Mike
Oh my
Tomlin,
oh
God.
man,
he would have been in like a
don't
Oh
say
solidified
Bill
my
Belichick.
God.
Don't say
we
Bill
wouldn't be having the
Belichick because
conversation
people
we're having right
believe
now.
Brady to go. People
But I
believe
know
Brady
Justin's
to
gonna
go.
be stuck with the Chargers for a little bit,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be at the key points in his career, which are the first few years. People don't realize for a quarterback, whether you're on the bench or you're starting, the first like 1 to 3 years are very crucial because that's where you find your rhythm, that's where you find your playing style on a national level. Because in college you can do whatever because your teams are always stacked because you can recruit. In the NFL, it gets a little bit harder because it's not as stacked anymore
Yeah.
because you don't have
You
a Bam
well,
Bam.
and you're typically if you're good, you're going early and you're going to a bad team.
That's
That's why you
yeah.
got drafted.
So
early.
you're kind of screwed because you
Yeah.
end up going from like a team like Bama to like a team like the Lions, and it's just like wow. So once that kind of changes for a lot of like some QBs, like they'll be valid. Like I said, all
Listen,
the
it's funny because you guys, all of you brought up Phillip Rivers. Just think about how, we talk us, me, I talk about stats, but
Mhm.
man, sometimes stats lie. Just think about Phillip Rivers has better stats than Dan Marino.
Yep.
Yep.
That's tough.
Yeah.
And
That's
what are
tough.
you ever picking Rivers over Marino ever?
nope because the
Never.
rings matter.
Never.
It's not
Yeah.
even about the rings. It's just
No, it's
about
not even. It's just
winning.
you could see, yeah.
Yeah, it's just about winning, man.
Nah,
Just when
I
you
mean,
show up to those moments.
Dan
Because Dan
Marino
Marino
is the
don't have a
only
ring,
other.
but
I mean, he the only other quarterback besides Aaron Rodgers that got that 3/4 release, and that junk is freakishly like I don't know. He should have a ring. I feel like Dan Marino should have a ring just based off his physical attribute of throwing the ball because that release is
look,
special.
he probably should have won that Super Bowl he went to. And then the funny part is, if they don't choke in the playoffs in '85, the only team I know this very well, the only team that beat that Bears team in '85 that kept them from going undefeated, Dan Marino and the Dolphins housed them. So he should have had one. He's one of the he should yeah. It's bad that he doesn't have one.
I gotta say this though. That game against the Broncos, Justin Herbert was the leading rusher with 36 yards.
Mm.
Wait,
That
no, the Browns earlier, not the catch.
that's terrible. That's just terrible. And
I don't
Austin
think they
Eckler,
utilize Eckler. I don't think they utilize so. I feel like they go from using them the correct way, and then they get arrogant with Herbert because they'll see the type of game, the type of numbers Herbert will have behind utilizing Eckler more, and then they'll just get arrogant with their play call and call more down the field stuff versus utilizing that Boy Scout blade. You know what I'm saying? I like Eckler is so underrated to me, man.
He
Like
is.
he
He
don't get
is.
his respect, man. But
That's because they don't use them.
when they go away from not using, he had 4 touchdowns against the Steelers. Wasn't that they played against the Steelers? They pulled out a close game right there. You get to this game, you don't use Austin Eckler, and y'all lose to the Broncos.
To the market.
Somebody
They
that
use him.
we can all agree that we felt like the Chargers should have beat the Broncos. I'm just gonna keep. I love Teddy Bridgewater to death. Like that's one of my favorite QBs. But I thought that given the weapons, given their defense, the Chargers should have beat them in this game, and they shouldn't have lost how they lost.
That's a
But
fact. But it's a divisional game, though. You have to acknowledge that. That's
yeah,
why I'm not
I
stressing out
know.
about to that. And it's they played at Denver at home, and that's Denver's home, and that altitude difference matters sometimes, and you
It
know
didn't
how it
matter
is.
when they went 3-13.
Uh, I'm just saying. I said sometimes, not every time, but
People
sometimes it
don't
matters.
realize it, and this is why I agree with Fluent a little bit. People don't like. The reason I don't like the NFL like now is just that everything's about ratings, everything's about money, and it's about business and looking good. It's not about actually trying to win anymore for a lot of coaches and a lot of organizations. It don't make no sense. That people don't realize that when you have a good running back on your team, teams are forced to put 7, 8 guys in the box. If you have a decent quarterback in the NFL, that gives him the chance to throw for 200-300 yards in a game. But if I don't got to worry about Eckler out the backfield, I could rush 4, maybe 5 people if I blitz occasionally, and I'm good for the rest of the game. I got all these people in coverage. It's crazy.
The Jaguars would be a lot better than what they are if they would have utilized James Robinson
Don't
a
even
lot
get
more.
me
Robinson.
started. Urban
Instead of letting
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence throw the ball 52 times in one game, that's just ridiculous, man. For a rookie to throw the ball that many times.
Instead of hiring the wrong coach, drafting a
Urban
running
Myers.
back when you
That
already
college
have a
stuff.
running back with the first round pick. Like stupid stuff.
Fellas,
Myers.
we're gonna transition to our next topic over here. Alabama wins in quadruple overtime, beating
History.
Auburn.
History.
Is this the way football should be played, and should the NFL follow? Bama, this is your squad. I'm gonna let you take control of this real quick.
Aha. Man, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I think
We're
the
talking
NFL.
about overtime. We're not talking about
Yeah,
Bama. Okay.
I know. I'll let y'all have it though. But it was amazing to see the first ever overtime in Iron Bowl history. It lived up to the expectations to let you know that that's the greatest rivalry in all the sports right there. But nah, man, the NFL big boy rules. I like that. Y'all both get a possession. And it's sudden death, man. Like I said, man, them grown men out there. So we got to put the college rules. It's time for the kids to go to sleep because we grown out here, man. So I actually like it the first time, the actual sudden death, whoever scored win, because especially in the NFL, we saw games where a team has 6 inches to score the ball and they don't get it. They get stuffed. So to know how hard it is to pick up yards in the NFL, the playoff rules the overtime rules is good the way it is. It's too good a talent out there. Them boys have 16 hours out the day to practice their craft versus a kid they gotta go to college and go to class.
Shout out to Cole Barnes. He said it's all fun and games until Bama loses.
Bet some,
To
bet
Georgia.
something,
Hold on.
To
To
Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah.
To
bet
Georgia.
something. They said that all season. We back.
I
We
Hey,
think
back.
Bama gonna pull
Ben,
that out.
Ben,
We
what's your
back.
thoughts?
My thoughts on this is the NFL rules should keep it like it is. The thing is though, there should not be no tie. I don't like the ties. Them ties got to go.
Hmm.
Them NFL ties got to go. Like the best man, whoever the best man is, wins the game. Them ties got to go. Like for real. Whoever scores,
I am the exact opposite.
whoa.
So I will tell you why. I know this is unpopular, but regular season. So there's a difference. Regular season versus playoff because it's I'll give you two. Regular season tie. At the end of regulation, game's over. It's a tie. You want to win? Win it in regulation. Here's why. What does the NFL keep saying is the most important thing to them? Player safety. Well, the
That's a
more they
lie.
play,
That's a
I know
lie,
it's a
though.
lie. I know it's a lie. But what do they? I said, what do they say? It's player safety. So if player safety is the most important thing, then don't make them play extra minutes and just end it a tie. You want to win or you need a win to make the playoffs? Then go figure it out. You had however many 60 minutes to go win it, then go win it. Now in the playoffs, so I'm all for at the end of regulation, it's a tie in the regular season. However, in the playoffs, you play another quarter. Now, I don't care if you make the quarter 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You got to figure that out. But you play another quarter because that way you win by playing the game. The whole gimmick thing of if you score a touchdown, it's over. But if you had a field goal, then the other team gets the ball. And if the defense scores a touchdown, and no, play the damn game. Give them 15 minutes. If you can make a drive, go 15 minutes and score a touchdown, good at field goal, good for you. The reality is that won't happen. And it gives, listen, three facets of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. So give them all a chance. Give them another quarter, in just in the playoffs, and they play their 15 minutes or 10, make it 10 minutes. And then if it's still a tie, then just play another 10 minutes, play another 10 minutes until you get a winner. Because eventually they will get tired, someone will make a mistake, and you'll have a winner. I just the whole gimmicky thing, at least I'll say this: football isn't as bad as other sports, right? Like penalty shots and that stupid stuff. Like, can you imagine a field goal kicking contest, a free throw shooting contest in basketball, like a home run derby in baseball? No, that's dumb. I say play another quarter.
Dark Savage, what you got?
Uh, I'm gonna piggyback off a little bit what everybody said. Like, even for college, like them, like quadruple overtime, like that's OD. Like it took y'all four, like regulation and four overtimes to decide who won. Like that. That's
Yo,
so.
what you mean? You playing people from down the street?
Nah, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like if you're there, it's like it's cool. But like I said, once again, it's college. These kids gotta show out because they want, they want their draft spot. So I get it. But like on the NFL level, like, nah, I'm not. A quadruple overtime, bro. Like, nah.
Well, what happened just because the game is too intricate in the NFL, and then you only can do so much. So, like plays what Auburn did when they had the little throwback, you're not able to do plays like that in the NFL because you got to have a certain amount of guys on the line of scrimmage. All of that stuff got to go into place. So, of course, it wouldn't be like that. That's what adds the drama to college because it's that extra facet of you can run a stacked formation with four receivers stacked behind each other. You can't do that in the NFL. You see what I'm saying? So
I know this isn't on the docket, but just because you said it, do you think the NFL should ease up on their formation rules? No.
no,
Nah,
because the
these
reason why is them kids got to go to school versus you. That's your job. So your job is to figure out how to play with these rules, how to change your game plan from playing this way to playing this way. Like
So when you got a guy who's 1 inch off the line that should be on the line of scrimmage and they get called for illegal formation, that's
yep,
dumb.
I like
I
that
think that I
because
hate
it's
that.
chestnut checkers. It's chestnut checkers.
Oh,
It's
I only
chestnut checkers.
I only like it because of the discipline aspect of it. But I think, like, once again, like I said, because of the Saints and that the flag, the passing interference that happened, even like down to the NBA, and not to get too deep into that, all these major league sports are trying to do the extra when it comes to refereeing. Go back to just, if you're gonna play the sport, if I'm risking my body, I know what I signed up for from a youngin, whether it was a youngin or when I got old. I know what I signed up for. I know what it does to my body. Don't start doing all the extra penalties. Don't start doing all the extra rules. Like, even like hitting now, like, yo, you touch the quarterback the wrong way, they're throwing
Well,
five flags out the
depending
field.
on the quarterback. Depending on the
True,
quarterback,
true, true.
because
Like Tom Brady, you can't touch
Justin
Tom
Fields
Brady.
got murdered and they didn't throw one flag. They didn't throw one flag for that poor guy.
Which is right. You gotta earn
Yeah,
those
no,
flags.
you don't see. That's wrong. If it's a penalty for everybody. Think about this. There's holding on every single play, so they get to decide when they want to call it.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So this is what it boils down to. So everybody talk about them fouls. So I got to go to basketball like this. Do you realize how many times that Jordan and Kobe and LeBron and all of them played through contact and still finish before they started getting those fouls? Do you know how many times Brady and all them boys got their chest blew out and they still completed those passes
That's what I'm
until
saying.
they got those penalties? So it's like, oh man, I saw 15 years of this dude completing a pass. This really got to be a penalty because out of the 15 years, he didn't complete this pass off of this play. So this was really, he earned it. He earned
and
his
you know what that
oh.
created? You know what that created? Guys not getting touched and flopping on the ground like they've been shot to get the call. That's what
I
that
haven't
that's what
seen
that
that, man.
created. You haven't seen that?
I haven't seen that. I
I'll show you.
haven't
I'll
seen
send
that.
you a mixtape.
Them boys be out there hitting. I don't know what y'all be
Bro,
watching.
You
Them
know,
boys be out there hitting.
D tackles don't even like it got so bad, like you can't tackle a quarterback below the knees, like at
That's
all.
that's right. That's right. What you
You're,
diving at his knees?
you're getting paid multiple
No,
millions of
hold on.
dollars.
You're not diving at his knees. You're getting pushed by another 300-pound
Yeah,
man to
and
the
even if
ground
that happens,
And
it's
they
as
still
you're
a
rarely
flag.
diving.
they rarely call that besides with your boy Brady, who's the GOAT. But they
No, they
rarely
could
call
call
that
it.
on every other quarterback though.
And you like that different players get different calls?
No,
You like
I
that?
didn't say nothing. I think Bill
You
Belichick
kind
is
of
more
did.
the reason. I think Bill Belichick is more the reason for their success over there than anything. But like I said, man,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just the messenger, man. But like I said,
hey,
Brady is good too. So some of them calls he do warrant it, but some of them ones early in his career, they
since
asterisk.
you know what's
Uh,
so crazy about that, even Tom Brady himself is like, yo, the rule changes is really bad towards defenses because now you're making it harder for the guys to play defense. And now defensive guys don't really know how to play defense. And this is the words from Tom Brady's mouth. So you have an offensive quarterback position that's acknowledging these rules and saying, like, yo, it's messed up. You guys have to fix this.
And
Ben,
you
what's
know
your
what it
thoughts?
boils down. You know what it boils down to. Like I said again, it's all marketing. The
Of
whole
course.
point of the NFL is that the QB for all 32 teams is the face of the NFL. If they look bad, we look bad because people don't want to watch the game. Tom, like you said, Tom Brady said it himself. Before, as a quarterback, I had to read the first, second, third level, and I knew if I threw the ball in between two safeties and on a cover two, he's probably gonna get destroyed. Now
mhm.
it's like they can make that throw because they know the defenders have to hit him a certain type of way, which messes up your angles, which messes up your reaction time and how you actually want to play against a quarterback. It just you
They
get
It causes
faster.
more injuries
they
as
they
well.
now coach you on how to hold up on your route to get a pass interference call because if the DB touches a wide receiver, it's a penalty. That's an actual play.
It's
That's an
bad.
actual play. When have you ever been coached on how to get a penalty? Come on.
I
Real bad.
understand that right there though, but like I said, man, before they fixed that rule change with the defense hitting how they was, it was grown ass men out there getting put to sleep, dude. Like, don't just
I,
act
I- I'm
like the
not. I'm
game. You're
not.
not.
I'm.
Listen here,
Yeah. Okay.
they saw the running back Ridley. I don't remember his first name, but from the Patriots when they played the Ravens, Pollard. Pollard came through. You cannot tell me that Ridley had any intentions when he got that ball that he had any intentions on going to sleep. But when he got that ball and he got hit, that helmet to helmet contact, that boy took a nap. He was tired. It was
Helmet to helmet, I agree. No,
long
helmet to
day of
helmet, I
work.
I
agree.
agree with
Helmet
helmet
to
to
helmet, I
helmet.
agree.
Besides helmet to helmet,
The game,
Yeah.
that's
it helped that. It helped that. Yes, you still gonna have some stuff because what people don't realize, the NFL, them boys is moving fast.
Mm-hmm.
The
It looks
Facts.
average
so
person
cheap.
that's watching the game from the TV, the angle they show you, you really don't get a full aspect of it. That's why you need to watch it in all 22 when you're
Yep.
behind the center. You get
Yep.
a very bigger aspect of how fast the lane closed, where the DB's swooping from. Them boys is moving like bats out of I don't you know what. So that's what I'm saying. Them lifting that changing that rule of them to hit like that, yes, that did increase more points because you have to adapt to it. But them boys are still adapting. They still
I'm sorry.
adapt. The points only went up from 21 to 24 points. It ain't like it just skyrocketed out of nowhere.
Yeah, but it still changes the way how the game is. Look, I'm sorry. Like I said, once again, these are like you said, they're grown men. They are getting paid millions of dollars to know what they're doing. At the end of the day, you have sports like boxing and MMA where you're talking. I'm really hitting you with no helmet, no pads, straight to your face, and they get paid a third of what NFL players make. I'm sorry. I just think it's like I said, it's more of a marketing scheme than it is so much of player safety, and that's what pisses me off. If I understood that they really cared about player safety, I'd be like, true. But it's because they don't want to get sued for CTE
Mm-hmm.
because when that movie came out about the dude that has CTE, that's when they started all these hidden rules and all that. And I get it, but like I said, you know what you signed up for. You're getting paid millions of dollars. Go out
But
there
you
and ball.
know, this hurts guys more on the defensive end because now there's more stress on them to hit somebody a certain way rather than just them going
Playing,
out
yeah.
there and playing the
Listen,
way. And it creates more of an opportunity for injuries to happen because now it's like, dag, if I If I commit to this, it's gonna be a flag. So I have to stop my momentum. And when you stop your momentum, sometimes it's a lot of stress on your body, and you could really mess something up.
You're
My
like
thing
the
isn't even
lineman.
so much as my thing isn't even as much as all the different rule changes. Mine is more be consistent with the calls. Be
Facts.
consistent with the calls. That I don't care how you call it, I do, but I care less about how you call it and more about that you call it consistent. That's all.
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I see what you're saying because they are professional referees, but like I say, man, that junk happens so fast sometimes.
No, I
It's
know
hard to
that.
be
Listen, that's why
consistent.
I've said what they should have is a set of refs, whether it's two, I think three, because then they can vote if they're like that are up in the booth. They're
Mm,
watching all the replays anyways.
right.
So just communicate. Be those three guys up in the booth. They can slow it down if they have to, right? And then they can just communicate down to them and be like, hey, you threw the flag, but it wasn't a thing, or it was whatever. It's fine, and just get it right, get it consistent. And I'll be honest with you, I hate the replay because they do everything in slow motion, right? When you're in slow motion, man, you can see whatever you want to see when it's frame by frame. I think if you can't see the call in real time, that's it. That's it. Just in real time, meaning you can watch a replay, but it has to be in real time. I don't want you to see it like great, HD, and you see the blade of grass and you're like, oh, the ball touched the blade of grass. It's not a catch. Come on, you never would have caught that before. That just slows down the game. I don't think we need all that
Ben, what's your
personally.
thoughts?
I think that I don't like the legal formation. Just for example, that game the yesterday was Seattle and uh Washington football team. The offside kick. I didn't I they should have
Yeah,
just
that was that's dumb. That was
yeah
dumb.
should have had the ball back, but
Should have had the ball back. I needed that
yeah,
game to go to overtime. I needed two more fantasy points.
yeah. That to me that's worse. I think it's second worse than taunting. I don't like that taunting call either.
Oh, that was horrible. That's
Yeah,
horrible.
that's horrible.
That taunting call is
Just think
horrible.
about it. A
Antonio
whole
Brown,
team,
baby.
a whole team you can get an interception, and a whole team can run into the end zone and do a choreographed dance, and
Yeah.
that's okay. But I can't stare over at the other team's bench after I get a sack. That's a
Or
taunting call.
if you're a
Come on.
receiver, if you're a receiver and you burn me on the post route, you could turn around and wave at me. But if I'm on defense and I just look at you like that, you throwing the flag.
It's a flag.
It's a
Yeah,
flag.
like that.
Yeah.
Once
But-
again, it's marketing because offense is more appealing than defense. Defense is cool because it's like, oh, he got a hit, but people want to see touchdowns. People want to see the quarterback throwing for
I'm
three,
not
four.
gonna hold you, bro. I love seeing like back like when Baltimore Ravens with Ray Lewis, Erin, and them boys. I love watching them plays. Them boys was getting
Not today's
busy.
generation.
And that's sad to see. A lot of those plays that happened before, there's definitely gonna be a flag call because unnecessary roughness. Get the
Like
hell
Ray,
up out of
like
here.
Ray Lewis couldn't play in today's generation.
Nope.
Patrick Willis couldn't play in today's generation. Like those are like the top two coming to my mind. Like they just couldn't.
I
You,
think so.
you can tell I'm old. I'm like Dick Buckus.
But they
I don't
could.
know.
They
I think
could.
so because if you look at a lot of Ray Lewis hits, he was hitting with his shoulder, man. He really
No,
was
Ray Lewis.
just
I hear what you say. Ray Lewis had really good form. People don't give him enough credit for that. But
No,
I see
he
what you're
does.
saying.
He does.
But it's
as
about the way it looks.
Yeah,
The
it's
way
the way
it
it
way he used to
looked.
put people on you know
I'm
on a,
Yeah.
I'm telling
was
you, the way that these refs ref the game is really about the way that things look. And the way that Ray Lewis was hitting people, it was clean, but it looked terrible.
y'all must never saw Fred Warner play this year because that boy laid that lumber out there.
Fred
Like
Warner's raw.
man,
Love
oh
Fred
man, he
Warner.
is a grown man out there, dog. Like, and he is form tackling the whole time. Like it ain't even
Yeah.
oh
But
man, helmet
those
to
guys,
helmet.
those guys are few and far between.
You're right. You're right. That is true. That is true.
Guys,
nah,
we're
like
gonna.
I
All
said,
right,
Fred Warner's gonna have Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner's the same thing. He's
Yeah.
another one
Ah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
still
Oh yeah.
explosive and
Yeah.
hard,
He
but
the
he has
OG though. He like
Yeah.
the OG of the generation now.
I think he leads the league in tackles too.
Yeah, he does. He
Yeah,
does.
pretty sure. He got like
Ah.
150.
Ben jumped right on that. Yeah, he
He
does.
does.
Fellas,
I play my boy Wagner, man.
we gonna get into
Yeah.
this hot topic right here. Devontae Smith bores over and expresses frustrations to the coach, basically saying, "I'm open." Coaching issue or Jalen Hurts issue? What's your guys' thoughts? Ben, I'm gonna start off with you.
I think Jalen hurts because he got to feed him the ball. He
Mm.
just gotta feed him the ball. And Jalen Rager is not that dude, bro. He is terrible. He is straight garbage.
He is terrible. I
Man,
agree.
yeah, man.
That
Passed
boy,
up on
that boy
Justin
was
Jefferson too.
smoking crack. Money on the line. You chose to pass the ball to Jalen Rager over
Exactly.
Devonta Smith. That's
But
crazy.
that
Exactly.
wasn't. Wait. Let's not. All right, y'all gonna get me mad as hell, like for real.
No, because this is
No,
what I
no,
say. This is what I say. The game
because
is
that
all
was the
about building a
play.
relationship with a
That
key
was the
receiver.
play, though. That was
No,
the
I don't care
play.
about it being a play. You better find your
Oh
bread and butter.
my
Jalen
God,
Hurts' only 300-yard game at Alabama was at the hands of throwing Devonta Smith screens and slants. You get him
son.
on your team, you better find that boy. You know what he can
Yeah,
do.
but it's not the same. Jalen
It
Hurts had the
is.
juice in college. Jalen Hurts is a couple bad games away from getting bench or
Did
traded.
you
No, but it
watch
don't
that
matter. If you
play
got a
that they're
dude that's
talking
wide
about?
open, though, but if you got a dude that's wide open, bro, like my
Bro,
mama can
bro.
hit some of them wide
But
open
did you
passes,
see the
dog.
play that's happened? The first read is supposed to be Jalen Rieger. And what had happened was Jalen Hurts is looking Jalen Rieger's way, and then he had pressure from the outside about to sack him. So he didn't even have an opportunity to look at Devontae Smith because the first read was Jalen Rieger. He's following what the coach is telling him, bro. That he's in a system that doesn't believe in him.
And the
That's where the
NFL
fault
goes
is in.
1-2-3. That's how they do high low. So
And
man, I'm pretty sure he was
I feel
supposed to
about
see
that
Devontae
question you
Smith.
asked, Dub. It ain't. I don't think it's Jalen. Like I said, I don't. Do I think Jalen is your next Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady? Nah. But
Hell
do I
no.
think as bad as they've been producing and playing, he's that bad? No. I think he's a good quarterback. It's just once
Yeah.
again, like I said, who's their coach? Like Nick Sirianni or something like that.
Yeah.
He's terrible, like god awful. So it's
Tripping.
like the system that he's in don't work for Jalen. I'm sorry.
So what? Let me ask you this: who was the last true scrambling quarterback to win a Super Bowl?
Don't do this. Because when we're
I
talking
gotta do
about
that.
Lamar
Pat Mahomes.
I
Jackson,
gotta do
no,
that.
no, when we're
Pat
talking
Mahomes
about
is
Lamar
Lamar
Jackson,
Jackson has games where he passed for well over
no,
more
bro,
than what he
no,
rushes
because you're
for.
not gonna do this. You're not gonna
I'm
bring that.
doing it.
No,
You
No, no,
two
no,
weeks.
but wait,
yo,
hold on. Okay, so to go off of what you said, right? Granted, I get it. He hasn't had a lot of games where he threw for a lot of yards, but that's also not his fault. And it's been proven this year. Patrick Mahomes has been playing terrible because of what reason? He has no O line. Now, what does that cause you to do? You have to play different. So instead of doing a lot of post and out routes, everything has to be screens. Everything has to be quick drags. So yes, you may throw for 20 attempts, but it's going to be for like 100 yards because everything was 2 yard read option plays or it was 2 yard slant plays. He doesn't get the chance to really sit there in the pocket and get to read the defense from the first, second to third level. He doesn't. He doesn't have the time.
I'm gonna send you some videos where he does have time to read those
Yeah,
defenses.
I mean,
Like
every quarterback has those one or two couple plays, but I'm saying over a span of a whole game.
but it's one or two every game.
it's all
It's
about.
happening too
Wait, you just
much.
said one or two. One or
Two
two is not
in
a lot.
that's not a lot.
No, what I'm talking about, where you missing wide open men in the NFL, and this is happening on a frequent basis, twice, 2-3 times in a game. That's bad, dude. This
Wait,
is
let's
not
let's talk
college.
about something real
This is
quick,
not the
because
NFL is not
weren't these
forgiving.
weren't these the same struggles that Lamar Jackson had when he came
Mhm.
into the league?
Yep.
Wasn't these the same struggles?
Not as
Now,
bad.
wait,
Not as
you're
bad.
coming at
But
bro, but you don't come at Lamar Jackson that did this same way that
Because
you're coming
Lamar
at Jalen
Jackson
Hurts.
does not struggle from an inability to throw the ball. What Lamar Jackson thing
Ow.
was the offense truly holding him back. You will have games where Lamar Jackson can throw for 300 yards. Jalen Hurts can't do that. And then they'll rush him 27 times the next game and don't let him throw the ball no more. That's what Lamar Jackson was going through. He was truly going through an archaic coordinating who they got over there, Greg Roman. That dude is archaic. That is what he was going through, where they was running him like a running back when he showed you the ability of he can pass the ball. Jalen Hurts has showed you when my offensive coordinator tries to dial up passes, I cannot do this. So what now does my offensive coordinator have to do? I
Answer me
have to
this.
play Navy football.
Bro, the Ravens are a run first team.
Because
That's
who
the
Greg
fact.
Roman is. Greg Roman specializes in the run game. That's why they bought in people like T. Martin to youngen up that offensive huddle and get him some more plays to get him down the field and get more players like Hollywood involved. That's why they bought in younger people for that.
Once again, it boils down to what I said. They changed the system.
But
Lamar,
still, though,
the
Lamar
system that
showed you
Lamar,
he could throw, though.
People were saying that the year he won the MVP, people were saying he's a running back. Nobody had faith in Lamar. They said he was going to last for a year or two, and then he was going to fall off terribly. The only reason people started hyping him
I
up
didn't know 31 touchdowns is a running back. I don't think Jalen Hurts going to throw for 31 touchdowns and 30 touchdowns in his career.
Let's not confuse it though. We're not saying let's not confuse it. We're not saying here say that Jalen Hurts is the next Lamar Jackson. I'm not saying that. But the same
I'm
faults
just talking
that
about
Lamar
the
Jackson
abilities what
has.
they went through. That's specifically what I'm talking about. The fact that Lamar Jackson can throw for 31 touchdowns, and I told you, regardless of whatever happens, this dude won't be able to do that. Of course, the no-brainer is to, hey man, change the offensive coordinator.
Let me paint a scenario for you. Let me paint a scenario for you, right?
Throw the ball, he cannot
Bama,
throw.
Bama, let me paint a scenario for you. You have one team that has complete faith in you, even with your flaws. They're like, yo, John Harbaugh loves Lamar. The whole team loves, they get behind Lamar's back every single time. You have a whole team really on your back. That boosts your ego, that boosts your level of play because you have confidence. Jalen Hurts is on a team that has no confidence in him, bro. That they're not trying to play him.
They made him the captain.
Bro,
Tua is playing on the team that
you're the main person that told me, yo, you're the main person. No, you're the same person that told me that Nick Serrano said it's a it's a headache coaching Jalen Hurts.
What happened?
What does that show you though? There's no confidence in him, bro.
And that dude was garbage. Out of 40 passing attempts, Jalen Hurts barely got 200 yards passing, dude. That's why it's a nightmare.
Let me ask you a question though. What year is Jalen in?
His second.
Okay, and then how many games did he really play his first season? I mean, his first season in the league.
You just took away what I was gonna say.
Huh? More picks than touchdowns.
No.
More picks than touchdowns. He struggled to pass for at least 50%.
How many games did he play his rookie season?
Okay, it don't matter how many games you play. You can play 1, you can play 2, you can play 1,000. When he played, he threw more interceptions and he struggled to pass. He had 51.9% passing.
And then you really think that's his fault instead of the system he's in?
Your question is this. Your question.
Go ahead, Fluent. Hold up, Pat.
Your question is it more Jalen Hurts or is it more the coach? And the answer is both. And the answer is always both. Because to Savage's point, he's in start 16. So to answer your question, he started 4 games last season and 12 this season. So he's in his first, this is his rookie season. He's played 16 games. He's thrown 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He's thrown for almost 3,500 yards. If you compare that to Lamar Jackson's first 16 starts, it's not. Lamar Jackson is a far better quarterback. Let's not get that twisted, but it's not that different in terms of statistics. So when you look at what the coach is doing, yeah, the coaching staff isn't doing him any favors. But to Bama's point, I think it was, Jalen Hurts, if he knows his go-to guy is Devonta Smith and the coach draws up a play, there's a reason you have a list of audibles. There's a reason you have hot reads. There's a reason you're the quarterback you can switch out of that play. And you can make that, and you have to read the defense. That's why.
Let me ask you something. Do you think Jalen Hurts?
That's why he said it's a nightmare.
Do you think Jalen Hurts is in that position to make those kind of calls?
Yes.
If he's not,
let me tell you a quick story.
If he's not, he should not be in the NFL.
Exactly.
What?
This is why I ended.
Because game one, you have a certain amount of calls that you can make. Yes, 100%. Otherwise, you shouldn't be there.
Fluent is correct. I played at a Division II college. We had an offense to where you could make audibles up in there. We had a first-year quarterback. Our offensive coordinator got upset and pissed because the defense showed a look and he did not audible up out of it. He said, "Coach, I didn't know you wanted me to audible up out of it." He said, "That's what you the quarterback for, is to run my damn offense." So yes, Jalen Hurts, it does have the ability to call plays and audible plays. All them quarterbacks do. That's the whole purpose of a chess, not checkers.
I agree.
So, yes.
And let me say this. He also has this very important, and I don't know if correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know what the game situation was at that point, but he has these 2 hands to go like this. So if he sees something in the defense that just, hey, this isn't going to work, that's your job. That's your job.
And
That's why you're
guess
getting
what?
paid.
His coach is going to chew him up for that
That's
every
okay.
Not,
single time.
That's okay.
and that's
That
why he
no,
the
that you know
captain.
what?
And
No,
that's
hold
why
on.
he
No,
the
no.
captain.
Listen, I'm very good friends with a very good offensive mind, like the offensive coach of the year in the NFL.
Hmm.
And he will tell me if a quarterback calls a timeout and comes to me and says, "This is what I
What I
saw.
saw.
This is why I called that timeout because I this wouldn't have worked. Let's do something else." Okay.
Facts.
But as
If
I
you don't have that
said,
respect,
he doesn't. He doesn't
then he
have
should
that
then he
respect.
needs
That's the
then he
point. He
needs to
needs
go
to
back and
leave.
put his
That's
street.
false.
He
That
needs
I
to
don't
doesn't
want to
make
leave.
him
yell.
the
I don't
you
want to yell.
cannot.
I don't want to
Yep.
yell, but let me
Uh,
say this.
yep.
Let me say this without yelling. If you don't have that respect with your coach, you need to go put your street clothes on and leave because then that's not a relationship that works. And I don't think that's the case. I don't believe
And
that
you're
to be the
right.
case.
You're right
How's he
I
the
don't
about.
believe that.
I
captain of
think
the
it is.
team
I
if he
think that
doesn't
is
have
the
that
case.
relationship? That's where I'm
If
confused
it
by.
is the
Um,
case, then your
That's what,
Because
team's
you
gonna
because you
but it boils
stink.
because you
and
just
that's what
don't make
boils down
people
to
the captain.
confidence.
Yeah.
That's what and it boils down to
Yeah.
confidence. I think it is that case where that level of confidence of I can audible out of a play or make a big time decision, and whether I screw up or not, they will still get on national television and support me. I don't think he feels that way. I feel as though Jalen Hurts is like I'm one play
There's a
away
bigger
from
problem
getting
then.
thrown underneath the
That's a
bus.
bigger problem.
Yeah, that means
Is
it's
he? And you
definitely
said
him.
he's a team. Is he? You said he's a team
He's the
captain.
team captain.
Yeah,
If
He's
your
the
team,
team
if your team captain can't do that, then
That's what
your
I'm trying
whole
to take. Tua
organization has an
isn't even
issue.
a team
And you're
Yeah.
captain.
influent. That's my point. It's still listen. I'm not really like people when people watch me on Players' Choice of basketball and everything. They seem to say I'm biased towards my team. I'm really not. I just I keep it real with what I see. When I look at the Eagles organization, the organization has a problem. And I don't like the way that they're treating Jalen Hurts at all. They keep shopping this guy like they don't want him as his QB. That matters. That really does matters. And he really needs to leave and go somewhere to a team that really does believe in him and have faith in him. That's my
Let me ask
point.
you something. Let me ask you something. Every single Deshaun Watson rumor, where was he rumored to go?
Uh, w-
Where
uh,
was he rumored to go?
what we talking about
Miami.
Miami? Yeah.
Yeah.
Offense.
Is Tua whining and
Yeah,
complaining
Dolphins.
No
that they don't
balling.
have faith in him? No, he
Whole
goes out
game
and
win
plays.
streak.
Devo-
So I don't
Right.
Jalen
I don't
Hurts
buy that.
doesn't. Jalen
Situation is
Hurts doesn't
different, though.
blame that.
No,
Jalen
no,
Hurts
no.
never said that.
Tua's situation is different though. Tua
It's the
has no
same.
no.
It's
but-
what you paying Jalen Hurts situation.
No,
with.
hear me out though. Tua's situation is different for one reason and one reason only. He came into the league labeled as injury prone and had a major injury before he even got into the league, which is a hip injury. So on top of that, Tua's at the point where he has to show out because of everybody's already doubting him because of that injury. So Tua don't care at this point in his career. It's either I'm gonna ball out and show y'all what I can do, or you're gonna trade me anyway because of what happened in my situation. So that's why I say it's a little bit different. Jalen Hurts hasn't been in that point of where it's like injury prone. It's more of you haven't gotten a chance to get on the field and show what you can do. Now you are, and it's like, all right, we see you got some potential. But yeah, I do agree with you guys. He doesn't make certain reads, but I honestly do
Which are
feel like
facts.
it's based off of
I think we've talked
connection.
enough about a bad team.
Then
I gotta say this before we go to the.
Oh, yeah.
oh, go ahead, Ben. My bad.
This was the first 15 career starts with Lamar versus Jalen Hurts.
Mhm.
Lamar Jackson had 4,120 yards total offense, 26 touchdowns, 12 turnovers, 213 first downs. Jalen Hurts had 4,115 yards total offense, 29 touchdowns, 11 turnovers, 209 first downs.
It's not that different.
That's fuck. Oh, that's
It's not that
fire.
different.
That is so
That's what I
fire.
said. That's what I said without no. So thank you, Ben. There you go.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll get into your team, Ben. I'm sorry I got a little bit emotional there. Apologize, Fluent and Bama. That's my team. I love Jalen Hurts. But Seattle needs to blow this up. It's getting out of hand. Ben, what's your thoughts on this? This is your
uh,
team. What do you feel about this?
I'll say this, this last game, it was just rough for Russell Wilson, man. He couldn't do his thing. Like he was overthrowing passes, all of that. And we had a chance to win at the end. It that illegal formation, man. Like that just need to go. You need to get out of here. And also, I see Russ leaving not this season, but next season. Cause it'll be the end of his contract. I think it's 2022. That'll be the end of his contract and stuff. It's that time, almost that time to rebuild. I fired Pete Carroll. I'll fire Pete Carroll. For real. I want to see Russell Wilson without Pete Carroll. What would happen without Pete?
I'd like to see Russell Wilson with an offensive line, not a bunch of ex-basketball power forwards. That's what I. That's what I.
Well,
That's what I like. That's what I like to see.
I mean, the O line won't as bad as it was last season. It was just terrible just last season. And Russell Wilson, you got DK as your receiver. Used him. He only used him like twice.
Yeah, but if you don't got no time, if you don't got no time to throw the ball, how you gonna find?
He had the time. It just
really. We were watching a different
game. He had the
game.
time. He only got sacked one time.
He only got sacked one time, but you see how much pressure he was under?
Yeah.
I felt bad. I honestly was watching the game and I felt bad for him. I felt like he was constant under pressure.
Even the last playoff game they played, it was the Rams was woof.
Yeah, the Rams was on.
He an improviser, so he can deliver up under pressure.
Yeah, but if you gotta do that every like 90%.
Nah, yeah, understandable. But I mean, he a quarterback that can, but that's why it appears to look like he's not under the pressure he is because
because he makes it look
it
looks normal.
Pressure
like,
cooker.
I just think everybody need to calm down. Like I don't think Seattle season would have went the way it went if Russell don't get hurt.
Right.
That's not saying they would have been like your top tier Super Bowl contender, like you know how people were coming for like the Bucks and how it's been for like the Cardinals when they started off like 6-0 or 7-0, one of those two. But I think him getting hurt, that was the automatic like, okay, this is a reset season. Let's see what pieces we're gonna keep, and then next season we're just gonna get rid of the extra pieces that just hanging around and get the solidified pieces to make a true playoff and Super Bowl run next year. So, but they're still trying to live for this season and think they're going to do something.
Good, bro, because the Ravens defense, they were just blitzing. They were just blitzing the whole game. Baker Mayfield didn't. I don't think he really had that bad of a game. That's just me. He playing, and then like I said, he playing with three to four injuries. Like,
okay, so you still believe in Butters? Bama?
Yeah, I still believe in
Bama.
I don't believe in that boy like nothing. Jalen Hurts better than him. That should let you know everything you need to know, right?
Savage. You believe in Baker?
He needs to leave. He needs a reset.
He need to go play FCF, fan control football. He'll be lit in that.
Yeah. You know how I feel. I feel that they should have traded Baker, gotten a second or a third round, and kept OBJ. Case Keenum, OBJ in a third round, better than Baker. This one, so we'll take some time on this one. We're doing a little rapid fire.
They say
I know Savage got to go to work. Who can't hear us? J-Rock can't hear us? We can't hear y'all. Oh, you're missing good stuff too.
What's Dub doing?
I know that. Well, I was talking. Dub just said he had issues with his headphones.
Okay.
So we're still recording. So unfortunately, if we can't be heard on Twitch, hopefully Dub figures that out and gets it back on. But we're still recording for the YouTube for tomorrow. So we'll still go on with the next topic, which is Tom Brady. Is he the runaway MVP, Bama?
Nah, I'll probably still give it to that boy, Jonathan Taylor, man. He is. Because he is really, really running that thing, man.
When was the last time a running back was MVP?
And what year was that?
Yeah,
wow.
Even if he's balling out off of the last game that Tom Brady just had with them losing and him coming back, and I'm pretty sure they played the Colts, right? Mm-hmm. Against the Colts, which the other person you're saying, Jonathan Taylor, the MVP, he solidified with that game alone. He solidified it.
But guess what they didn't do? which was run the ball.
I think
no, I agree.
I think it's funny. I know what you're saying, Savage. Is like in this league, the way that the NFL picks the MVP, yeah, it's going to be Tom Brady. And I think the one thing they'll hold against Jonathan Taylor is we're only talking about Jonathan Taylor, let's be honest, because Henry got hurt. Yep. Right? That's why he flew under the radar all season. He was still playing, he was balling out all season, but Derrick Henry was the guy. We didn't talk about Taylor at all. Nope. Ben, what do you think? Is Brady the runaway MVP?
Raised, and hopefully when Kyler Murray comes back, hopefully he keeps doing what he's doing. But for right now,
then almost broke the rushing record. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So we're do a ranking. Your top 5
as of right now.
Your top 5 front sevens.
Ooh, okay. And are we doing healthy or are we doing current?
Right now, today.
Okay.
Top 5 front sevens in the league. We got 2 more topics. And I know that we're on a bit of a time crunch, so that's why I'm kind of going through them a little quick. Let's start, Ben. Who's your top 5 front sevens in the league today? Ben. Oh, sorry. I said Ben. Yeah, I said Ben.
Oh, you said Ben. Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
I thought you said Ben.
All right. From right out my top 5, I got the Saints out of it. But for number 1, Savage, I'm going for the Steelers. Cam Hayward, Tuitt, TJ Bush, like that's nice, man. That front seven is elite. Number 2, I got the Rams. 3, I got the Bucks. 4, I got the Patriots, and 5, I got the Washington football team.
Bama.
So 1, I'm gonna go Bucks. 2, be Pats.
Okay.
3, it's a toss up, but I'll probably go Colts. I like Colts front seven. 4, then I'll probably say the Rams at 4, and 5. It's a toss up between the Vikings and the Niners for me, especially right now. It's I don't know, give or take one of them though.
I'm putting Niners because that's who I have. Savage.
For 1, I'll go Bucks. 2, I'll probably go Patriots. 3, the Rams. Then 4, I got the Niners. And then 5, I like the Colts, but it's between the Colts and the Vikings, to be honest. But I'll go Colts.
So nobody else.
My bad, I'll call you back.
Nobody else had Washington.
Now
is that because
we're saying right now? Now we're
because of right now.
Yeah. I thought you meant like right now.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean right now. Right now.
Yeah. Washington football team was in my 5. They were right at 5.
But that's what I'm saying. You picked 5, and I'm saying no one else had them. You're the only one that had them. Is it because of the injury to Young? Is that why you guys don't have him in your 5?
Yeah, he's a huge part.
Okay.
That he with him being gone, it eliminates double teams. They don't got to double nobody no
more. Yeah, I got Bucks. I'm with you guys. I got Bucks, Rams, Niners, Colts, and the Pats. So and I would have had my Bears up there if Mac was still healthy, because they lead the league in sacks. But with Mac out, okay, he's out.
No Patriots with Christian Barmore, rookie D tackle.
I had the Patriots. I said the Patriots. The Patriots. Patriots going to Super Bowl. You know what I said? First rookie to ever win a Super Bowl. This year's New England Patriots.
I have a question.
Oh, you're back?
Yeah, I'm back. Did we talk about the Lions?
Well, that's the next one.
Bet. Go ahead. You got it.
And I'm excited about this one. Are the Lions the best 0-win team in NFL history? This year's Lions, the best 0-4 win team in NFL history. Savage.
100%. On paper, that team is disgusting. That team is beautiful on paper. I don't like. They got some good players on that team. They don't know how to. They're another team. They don't know how to finish games, and they've just been getting like against the Steelers, against my own team. Like that should not have been a tie. Like they should have won that game. I don't know how that went the way it went, but they're just unfortunate this year. In all honesty, if you get rid of golf and put anybody else there, I think they at least win a couple games. To be honest.
See, it's funny because I'm going to say something very different than that. But let me go, Ben. Are they the best win or no win team in NFL
I think
history?
so, man, because they be so close to winning. Like almost every game they've been so close to winning. So, and they got Swift, they got Hawkinson. So they're nice. They all right for a 0-win team. so yeah.
There's not much competition. There's only two to ever do, and there was another Lions team, but Bama, I see Bama shaking his head. So no, are they horrible?
No, it was the other Lions team that was the better winless team in NFL history. Megatron that season went for 1,900 yards. Like that was ridiculous, and they still didn't win a game. Like that's what people got to put in perspective. And I don't think this Lions team could beat that Lions team with Megatron. So I'm gonna go with no.
So it's funny because that's why I said I was gonna say something different. Because I don't think the issue is Goff. I think the issue is coaching. And here's why I think it's coaching. This season, and so let me say this, talent-wise, I think you're right. I think it's the other Lions team was the best talented, but the team that played the best is this year's Lions team. And I'm going to tell you why. If you look at their game, so like Ben said, they lost by 8, 18, 2, 10, 2, 23, 9, 38. That was a bad one against Philly. 0-3-2. So they've been in 7 games that were decided by one possession. And what are normally when are close games decided by one possession? It's typically what? Coaching.
Coaching, yep.
And what did the Lions team, the previous Lions team that you said that went 0-4? They were only in 4 one possession games. So they weren't even close 12 out of the 16 times. The other team that went 0-4, the Browns that had the worst roster ever, they were even in, which Hugh Jackson did a great job coaching that team because they had the worst roster and they lost 7 games by only one possession. And let me say this year's Lions have 7 one possession games and they still got 5 games left. So they still have a chance to win a game or increase that close game thing. So yeah, I'm gonna say Lions this year are the best 0-4 team. I can't believe we're talking about 0-4 teams, but okay.
But it was an interesting topic because every time we look at the Lions, man, it's like every time, a lot of the times when they lost this year, it's like they're there, but they're just not there, and which is sad.
I got to do a political commercial for the Lions, if I may. So as you know, friend of my show, Sports Fluent, Cynthia Freeland, NFL analytics expert and friend to me. We talk about this a lot. She has a dream of being a team president, and she's from the state of Michigan. And so I suggest, listen, not that she would do a bad job, but she couldn't do a worse job than who's running the Lions right now. So I'm putting it out there right now. Hire Cynthia Freeland as the president of football operations in Detroit, and let's get a winning team in there because, listen, any coach that puts the man as his name tag on his door and wants to come out on the field with a real lion, I think there's a coaching problem. But that's just me.
Gotcha.
I mean, the Bucks did it, so see what it did for them.
Ben, what's your thoughts?
Well, we good.
Yeah.
We did it.
Oh,
all.
we're good. Thank
we
God.
did it all.
Thank
We're ready for yes or BS.
No, no, we're not.
We're not doing yes.
No. Listen, guys, we're running past.
Top 10. You gotta do top 10.
We'll do top 10.
Let's do our top 10
real fast. We have to do it real fast. All right, your weekly power rankings, man. If you guys got your list now, no explanations, run it right through real quick, man. Bama, I'm gonna start out with you, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Ooh-wee. So I'm gonna go Packers, of course.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna go to Cardinals still at 2, just because that boy still ain't back yet. Patriots is my 3. They should be my 2, but all right. Then we're gonna go Ravens at 4. 5. I don't care what y'all say right now. Dolphins.
You got me so mad, and I'm so mad I can't say nothing.
Yes.
Keep it going.
Yes.
Keep it going.
Yes. I'm gonna just end it right
Oh,
there. I
man.
don't want to keep it going no more. Dolphins
Alright,
my 5. I don't care about nobody else.
so
You
no
right.
Chiefs in your top 5. All right, Ben, what you got? Crazy,
What?
crazy. Ben, what you got? I can't believe
Dolphins.
this.
Dolphins.
The Dolphins. The
Hold
Dolphins. The Dolphins. You see Tua. You see Tua. Him hollering all
It
that.
was crazy over the
I'm back.
Bills.
He got whooped.
Can
This
you
man
got
beat
mute
whooped.
him?
this.
Can you take control here, Dub? Mute him.
I wish. Oh wait, yeah, I could mute him. Let me mute
Oh
him real
my
quick.
God.
Go ahead.
Ben, save us from this madness.
All right. I got y'all. Packers, Cardinals, Buccaneers, Patriots, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, Rams, Bengals, Titans.
Word, word. Dark Savage, what you got?
I'm gonna do the top 5 probably in order, and then the rest of them could just be tossed up. You got the Packers,
Mhm,
the Cardinals,
mhm.
then I got the Bucks, then the Patriots, then
Okay.
the Chiefs, and then for 6 I probably got I got the Colts, then 7 the Ravens, then at 8 I got the Bengals,
Mhm.
and then at 9 I'll say this is difficult. I can't think of 9 and 10. This is really difficult. Yeah, I can't think of 9 and 10 right now. I'm just blanking out all the way.
All right, well, I'll
Cowboys.
save you. I'll save you. I'll save you, and I'll start with mine. We don't. If you, he only gave like 4, so 8 is good.
I'm good, man. Dolphins at 5.
He
That's all
lost his
y'all need to
mind at
know.
4. He lost his mind
Fact.
at 4. All right, these guys, both Ben and Savage, nailed the top 5 perfectly. It's Green Bay, Arizona, Tampa Bay, New England, Kansas City. Then you got Tennessee, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Dallas, excuse me, and the 49ers coming in at number 10. You no one wants to play the 49ers in the playoffs. I'm telling you right now.
Oh my
If
God.
Debo healthy, no one want to
About
play
to
them.
make
I'm
me
gonna
walk
give
out
y'all.
again.
I'm
Again,
gonna
No
give
one
y'all
play.
my top 5 real
especially over the
quick.
Dolphins.
I got the Bucks. I got Kansas City. Then I have Green
Kansas
Bay.
City too.
Then I got the Rams. And then I'll have the. You know what? I'm gonna just leave it at that. I just want y'all to know Kansas City's number 2 for me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Kansas City is
Listen,
a
It's
number
like
2.
y'all
Kansas
been
City is a
drinking
number
now,
2.
bro. Y'all been drinking.
I have been drinking now.
How much of that bottle's left? How much of that bottle's left?
There's still like a good. It's like a little bit halfway. So.
Hold it up. Hold it up. I
No,
joined
I
Twitch
can't.
here to watch.
I
Oh.
can't. I can't. But I'll show you right after. But listen, guys.
Oh, right.
Thank you guys for showing out. You guys in the chat, appreciate you guys here. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're gonna open up tomorrow. Players Choice Gridiron. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being part of us. For you guys watching on YouTube, thank you guys for watching throughout the whole episode. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but gonna get right back to it next week, man. Appreciate you guys having here. Bama, any last words?
Roll Tide. We back. Crane kick. Y'all boys go. Y'all see what John Mitchell be doing when he do that crane kick. Go watch. Go watch that movie, man, with Daniel and Mr. Miyagi, man. Y'all boys go watch that. It means something. So
Word,
there it
word.
is.
Ben?
Man, follow the Players Choice Gridiron on TikTok, man. Y'all go follow that. Show love with that. Follow me on TikTok, BBan923, Instagram, BBan923. Got a podcast coming soon, coming in January with the co-host. I ain't gonna say no name. Because it's a little surprise.
Fire.
But yeah, that's it.
Fire. Fluent?
Yeah, go follow. I'm gonna say it again. Players Choice Gridiron on TikTok, on YouTube, everywhere. You can find me, sports_fluent, IG, Twitter, TikTok. And speaking of new shows, I got a new show too. Coming out with Coach Cameron Campbell of the Houston Texans. We're gonna be doing a show called In My Lifetime. But it's not just sports. We're talking about culture, music, entertainment. Volume 1 We're looking at year 1995 to 2005. Oh, and there'll be people from that era, either sports, entertainment, music, that are going to be joining us on the show. So be sure to watch for that. It's coming out in January. In My Lifetime, Volume 1.
Got you. Cole Barnes, 22. Tomorrow we're gonna have the show, not tonight. Apologize for that miscommunication, but tomorrow we're gonna have the show at 11 p.m. Eastern time for basketball. Dark Savage, any last words?
Follow me on Twitch. I'll be playing Madden. G Savage _23. I'm disgusting. And that's
Uh,
about it. Pretty much.
I'd be trashing him, so I'm gonna
Man,
just
you
let y'all
look how
know that.
retired, man.
Yo, y'all be safe, man. Thank y'all for showing out, bro. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, man. Have a good night, man. Take care.